tonight's special guest, Pondillo, with mutual guest, Island Wren. And now, here's your host, Murphy Mulvihill.
What's up, y'all? I'm Murphy Mulvihill. This is Murfreesboro After Dark. We have a fantastic show prepared tonight. Our musical guest is none other than the Island Wren, who has an amazing vibe. We'll be hearing from our friends who have interesting outtakes on life. Brooke and I will interview Dr. Bob Pondillo, who will be giving his final seminar. But without further ado, let me introduce my favorite co-host in the whole world. She just finished her Match.com profile, Brooke Grimsley!
Very funny, Murphy.
So I'm sure what you are wondering, what exactly is Murfreesboro After Dark? Well, this is our last episode ever, and people still don't seem to know. So if this is your first time watching, that's really sad. So I went and hit the streets, just searching for answers to this heated debate. Hey, Phil, why don't you roll that clip?
Do you know what Murfreesboro After Dark is? Do you have any idea what Murfreesboro After Dark is? Excuse me, do you know what Murfreesboro After Dark is? Do you have any idea what Murfreesboro After Dark is? Do y'all have any idea what Murfreesboro After Dark is?
No. I'm not sure.
Is this thing on?
Maybe a horror movie?
I have no idea.
A porno?
No?
That porno that they have.
An aquarium, whales, or dolphins.
Me and the missus watch that all the time.
That sounds like
12 dudes rubbing peanut butter all over themselves.
Does anybody know what Murfreesboro After Dark is?
I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure.
Is there anybody out there?
absolutely not.
Do we have a mascot at the school? I'm pretty sure there was a horse involved.
Please?
So now you know what Murfreesboro After Dark is.
And you don't want to miss the season finale of Mad. We'll see you after the break. Murphy, why are you so exhausted?
Oh, I'm sorry, Brooke. I was up all night writing paper on blue-footed boobies.
Blue-footed what? You're acting crazy. What are you talking about?
No, I'm not the only one out there who's done an all-nighter writing a paper, Brooke. If you don't know what an all-nighter is, it looks a little something like this. Phil, why don't you roll that clip?
Right, paper due in 8 hours? Got this. I'm a boss. A little TV wouldn't hurt anything. Yes. Girl, did you see it? Yes, I can't even. Oh my God, it was crazy. I have anxiety issues right now, like for real. Yeah, I know, right? Okay, yeah, I'll talk to you about it tomorrow though, cause yeah, all right. God, Buddha, and all the other religious homies, please give me the strength to finish this paper. I'll never cuss again or do anything bad. Just get me through this, please. I did it? I did it! Dropbox. Knew I was a boss.
Wow, so you didn't sleep all night. Does that mean you didn't shower either? What is that stank?
Okay, so maybe I didn't shower. I've had dirty laundry piled up for days. Does that ever happen to you?
No.
Well, then you're not living. This is normal for college students, which brings us to our ongoing segment, College Students in Their Natural Habitat.
College students in their natural habitat.
Today, we observe the college student attempt to do his monthly ritual of laundry. As you can see, he knows that the doom is impending, but he still trudges through the laundry on his floor and straight to the dresser, where there are no more matching socks. There's a pair of shorts, and some ear warmers, and some swimming trunks that he's actually considering wearing. But he knows that it is time to do his laundry. So now it is time for the sniff test, because some laundry is clean while other is dirty. Oh, that pair of underwear was clean. But some pairs are not so easy to tell, hence the triple take. Once all the dirty laundry is packed up, it is off to the washing machine. Which, fortunately for this college student, is right across the hall. Now, while most people would do several loads of laundry out of that one basket, this college student believes ain't nobody got time for that. So it is one massive load of laundry for one massive basket. Some students even consider this their monthly workout. Now, once all the dirty laundry is packed tight into the washing machine, it's time to add some soap, which this student adds a lot of. But once it's done with the washer, it's off to the dryer and back to the floor again to be sniff tested in a month.
College students in their natural habitat.
And that's the disgusting reality of it, Brooke. The struggle is real.
Yeah, well, I can tolerate you better than our friend Lars can tolerate Americans, which reminds me...
Oh yeah, our friend Lars has some interesting facts to share with our viewers. Let's take a look.
Hi, my name is Lars. I'm from Norway. I've been in America for the past 6 months, and I noticed a couple of things. First of all, geography. That is not your strong point. Norway is not the capital of Sweden. Norway is a country of its own. The capital of Norway is Oslo. We don't speak Danish, we speak Norwegian. And no, there are no states in Norway. The reason why I bring this up is because some people have asked me. And now you learned something. Secondly, sugar. You guys put sugar in everything. And I mean everything. You guys put sugar in sliced bread. You don't need to do that. Stop it. Stop it. And you guys wonder why America is so fat. Thirdly, the metric system. There are 3 countries in the world who do not use the metric system. Get with the program, America. Move on. This has been Facts of Lars.
Murphy, I'm surprised they don't put sugar in their bread. How does anything taste good over there?
Exactly. I usually have a bowl of sugar with my bread in the morning. Now it's time for a commercial break, but before we let you go, let's take a listen to our resident philosophizer, Mr. Michael Welsh.
Oh, hey there. I'm here to tell you, there's nothing wrong with wanting a smart girl with a dumb booty. This has been Michael's Words of Wisdom.
After Dark. Brooke, you know what athlete I think is very well-spoken?
Who's that?
Obviously, Jeremy Sweetfeet Jones from the very real basketball team, the Philadelphia Octopi. Oh. We were able to get an inside look at the post-game interview. Let's take a look.
And now an interview with the all-star point guard of the Philadelphia Octopi, Jeremy Sweetfeet Jones.
Man, what? Oh, hell. You in the pink.
Mr. Jones, congrats on the win. How'd you feel about getting that 3-point touchdown?
I played basketball. There is no touchdown in basketball. What the hell do you mean? That was stupid. Anyways, next question. Right here in the middle.
Well, the Dow Jones has already dropped 15 points. How do you feel about that?
What I gotta care for about Dow Jones dropping 15 points? I just dropped 34 tonight. And by the way, who the hell is Dow Jones? Huh? Who does he even play for? Can you tell me that? No, you can't? No? Sad. Anyways, next question.
Mr. Jones.
You right here in the black.
Would you call it a day?
You know what? Yes, come here. Yes, you. Yes, please take this and be sure to call me later. Yes, no doubt. All right. Are there any more? You know what? Let me get my brother right there in the back.
Mr. Jones, is it all right if I call you Sweet Feet?
Oh yeah, no doubt.
All right, now Sweet Feet, you had 23 assists in today's game, and being the new lead assister and new scorer and the best team in the NBA, you've been elected as the leader of the black race.
What, for real?
Absolutely. Yes, sir. Congratulations. Now, with Obama as commander-in-chief, Chief Keef as the bantering thief, and Sweet Feet as the man in these streets, how do you plan to help our brothers in the streets?
Man, I ain't trying to help no. What the hell you mean? This ain't never do nothing for me. Shoot, I got here on my own, and that's how I'm gonna leave, and on my own. Shit, I ain't got time to be helping nobody. You know what? Peace. Deuces.
And that's why Sweet Feet is one of my favorite basketball stars. But in other news, we have some tweets from our beat. Let's take a look at the first tweet. Out of Flexbucks, motivation, and beer, is it time to graduate yet? Hashtag MTSU, hashtag True Blue. Well, beer, when it comes to beer, motivation, and Flexbucks, I call those the triple threat trio of college. If you lose one of them, you basically lose all of them.
Can you actually buy beer with Flexbucks?
Well, considering it's a dry campus, I'd say yes. Let's move on to the next one. My GPA is in need of life alert. It's falling down and it can't get back up. Hashtag finals week. Man, I feel that, man.
Oh my gosh, I feel so bad for that grandma.
Grandma?
Isn't that GPA short for grandpa or grandma?
No, let's just move on. Okay, let's go to the next one. I really just want to drop out of college and become a professional mermaid. Is that too much to ask? Hashtag finals week. Firstly, I don't know what bullcrap Discovery Channel mermaid programming you've been watching, but newsflash, mermaids aren't real.
Mermaids are real.
No, they're not. They're definitely not. Let's move on. Next tweet. Wanted to cook, but oh wait, my kitchen has black lights instead of actual lights. Hashtag college problems. Hashtag annoyed. You know, I'd be terrified to see what a black light would reveal in my kitchen.
Gross. Next.
Let's read the next one. You know you've been studying way too much when you dream about doing a linear algebra problem. hashtag exam stress, hashtag neared probs.
Neared?
Neared? Neared. You call yourself a nerd and you spell nerd wrong?
Maybe you should start dreaming about orthography. Am I right?
Orthography?
Yes, it's the study of correct spelling, Murphy.
What? Moving on. Okay, the last one. I don't always take selfies, but when I do, they are weird, and I should be studying. Hashtag exam stress. Brooke, let's play a quick game. Who can make the most similar face to that selfie? Let's go. All right, let's start with me. Here we go. Get into character. All right. Oh, it's really, really taxing. All right, Brooke, let's see yours.
All right, here we go. I gotta get ready.
Wow. All right, Brooke, well, I think I win. I mean, I don't know. Your face, your selfie looked a little bit more like using the toilet. That reminds me. We actually like to support local charities around here in Murfreesboro, court-ordered or not. Our favorite charity is our most recent charity, and we like to call that charity Fart.
Nine out of 10 women suffer from poop anxiety, otherwise known as the inability to poop while others are in the room. Hi, I'm Kaleigh Todd, spokesperson for the Foundation for Assisting Reluctant Turds. I'm here to ask for your help. For only $1 a day, you can end this travesty. 100% of the donations go toward affording private bathrooms on the university campus.
What are you doing? You can't have cameras in here.
The end result would be a victory for females everywhere. Together, we can end poop anxiety. Call today.
Did you just go away?
Welcome back to Murfreesboro After Dark. We are here with the beloved MTSU teacher, Dr. Bob Pondillo. Bob, how are you doing?
I'm well, thank you.
Well,
good to be here.
It's great to have you here. We are extremely excited that we could get you on the show. We've got so many things we want to ask you. First of all, just for those who don't really know for our viewers that don't know you, what actually brought you to MTSU?
Well, I had a small car. I think it was a Nova. No, a long time ago, back around 2000, almost 15 years ago, I got a gig. I got a job at MTSU, and I came here. I was in the broadcasting business 33 years prior to coming here. So, but then I noticed I didn't have any other skills except these very specific skills that you need for broadcasting. And I was kind of done with it. Now it's for you guys to go and learn how to be the new guys and stuff. So I went back to school, got a master's degree, and was encouraged to go to the University of Wisconsin at Madison to get the doctorate. And I did, and this job opened up, and I came down, and I got it, and I stayed. And that's how I got here.
That's
So,
awesome. Well,
yeah, it was good.
So this is your year of retirement.
Yes, after 15 years, I thought, well, that's enough. That's fine. I've had enough. That's really hard in a culture that we live in, too, to go, no thanks, I've had enough. You know, but I think, you know, when you think 33 years, right, in the broadcasting business and about 18 years teaching total, including the 15 here, that's 50 years. I think it's time. And I look so young, which is, you know.
Definitely.
They dip me in paraffin at night. My wife trowels it on me. So.
Okay, so what are your plans for retirement?
Well, one of the things I do here, in addition to teach, you know, they want you to do other stuff. So I make short movies, short films, and we made about 6 different movies here. 2 books, 6 movies is what I did since I've been here. And I would like to keep making those movies. I love it. I love making it. I love working with you guys. That's why. It's a lot of fun to work with the students and you know, come up with great ideas and then get a team together and go make them. You know. And
so what are you actually currently working on?
well, we're working on a movie now called Happy New Year, Mr. Cates, and we filmed it last spring break, not this previous. So it's been a year and some now, and it's almost done. We're working with grad students and undergrads and faculty members and stuff. It's really very sweet. I can't wait for you guys to see it. It's good. I think it's a good one. It came out very well.
I will definitely go and see that.
Good. Good.
Now, Brooke, I was talking to her beforehand, and she said that she had you as a teacher, so she wanted to ask you a few questions.
Well.
So when I first came to MTSU, I took your class, which was American Media and Social Institutions.
That's right.
And it was a class full of like 200, 300 people.
Right.
And
Huge.
now, surprisingly, nothing crazy happened in my class with you. But out of all the years of teaching, there had to have been something crazy that happened like in the 15 years with that class.
There was something funny that happened that I always think about. I was teaching a news class, and in news, you know, you're not supposed to place yourself into the event that you're covering, right? And so we're watching back, it's now at the end of the semester, we're watching back all these news pieces, news segments. And so this young lady comes on and says, and that's the story, and as far as I'm concerned, this is better than that. For, you know, channel 5 or
yeah,
channel
that's
10.
A big
right.
no with
Channel
news.
5. Yeah. You know, I'm Jill Smith. And then the lights come back up and I say, well, yeah, that was good, but you know, the conventions of news say you're not really supposed to insert yourself into the story. And she said, oh, well, that's your opinion.
Oh, wow.
I had to laugh because it was like a very postmodern answer. It's
yeah.
like, it really doesn't matter what the conventions are. I'm doing this, you know. And the way things are moving in media, that's pretty
She
true.
was ahead of her time.
She was, and she didn't even know it.
Yeah.
So, but I thought that was funny.
Yeah, it seems that MTSU can bring some odd people, I'd say. Have you ever had any students that have really stood out?
Oh yeah, a lot of students, absolutely. Yeah, there's always a couple, 3 in a class that always go, wow, if these people really want to do this work, you know, they can do it. And yeah, there's Diana Rice is one that comes to mind. Your own Kaleigh, Todd, who's working here now, you know, she's producing the show, she's great. There's so many really wonderful people. We graduate really great mass comm people, and I wish more people knew about our you know, program here. It's a great program. So. I got nothing but good things to say about it, and I loved it here. So,
you know, we love having you here.
Well, thanks, Murph. I appreciate it.
Now, I never got to have you as a teacher, which is a total bummer for me because all I would hear is that everybody loves Dr. Bob Pondillo. So,
not everybody, I'm sure.
This is my question. If I was one of your students and I walked into the classroom, what would be what would be your first impression of me? What do you think you would think when you saw me?
I don't do impressions, as you know, but I used to do a good Cagney, but that's a long time ago. My first, I don't know, you know, I'd say, hail fellow, well met. I would say, you know, like a nice looking guy that has got this kind of a Jesus-y thing going there, which is good.
Which is good now.
Nothing wrong
nowadays,
with that. And no, I would, you know, I approach it as like we're all in this together. We're all people of goodwill. And let's learn a few things, and that's what I try to do, and try to connect the dots. That's the big thing. I think students get classes and they go, why do I have to know this? What's the point? You know, can I live a good life without knowing this? And yeah, you can pretty much. But because you're here, and because, you know, that's the deal, you're learning how media works, let me at least give you my impression of how we connect the dots. So that's what I do. I try to make it relevant to the student and have fun too, because media is fun. Despite what you've seen so far, it's fun. It really is. So, you know, try to make it entertaining. But now there's clearly some stuff you just have to slog through. You got to get through it. Law and stuff like that. But for the most part, there's a lot of interesting things to think about. You know.
Well, I've been told that it is about time for commercial.
Oh,
so we will be right back with more from Dr. Bob Pondillo. For those of you who are just joining us, we are here with Dr. Bob Pondillo. He is retiring this year, and we got him on Murfreesboro After Dark. We're super excited. Now, Bob, what is the retirement process like at MTSU? How's it been for you?
Oh, fine. It's been no, it's been great. I'm, you know, there's a time in your life, you know, and there are many times like this when somebody dies, or when you get a new job, or lose a job, or retire, where you stand back and you have to like reassess your life again. Like, what is real? What is true? What is important? And so that's where I'm at. I'm thinking about all these things now. It's like I have one foot on the step and the other foot is not on the step yet, so I'm kind of teetering a little bit, yeah. So, but I'm sure, you know, things will work out. My mom always used to say that. Don't worry, things will work out. She never said things will work out for you or for the, you know, but things will work out. And she's right. She's right. So I just think there's another chapter that we're going to have to write, and this is, and I hope movies are a part of it. I like making movies. So.
Well, that's good to hear.
Yeah, and I like working with students.
Yeah.
So.
Well, for those of you who do not know, MTSU always has a professor who is retiring give their last lecture.
Yes,
but here at Murfreesboro After Dark, we have an exclusive last lecture from Dr. Bob Pondillo. It is directed at his past students. We're going to take a look at that right now.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, this is my last lecture after my last lecture, and I've got a few things to say. All right, I want to thank all my students who renamed me after 15 years of college teaching. You know how students make fun of their teachers' names, especially if they're a little unusual? Well, these are the names that I've heard students use, and I've collected them over the past decade and a half here at MTSU. My name, first of all, is Pondillo, spelled as it sounds, P-O-N, then Dill, D-I-L-L, like dill pickle, then O, like I think I spelled your name wrong. Oh, I'm sorry. It's a very simple name, but then, you know, when students see it, they pause and they're struck dumb. Because, I mean, it's not Schwarzenegger. It's much easier than that. It's Pondillo. But instead I get Pondizzi and Pondizzle. Students have called me Pondazzle and Pondillo. It's not Pondillo. That would be Spanish. And there's no squiggle or tilde over the double L, but they don't get that because they missed Spanish 101 that day. So no, Pondillo could pass for Spanish, but Pondillo, now that's Italiano, you know, how you doing? You're looking good. How do you feel? With a name like Bobby Pondillo, I might know a few people who could make your kneecaps an offer they can't refuse. Bada boom! Oh, anyway, so it's Pondillo. It's not Pandiller or Pondoti. It's not Pondolino. It's not Pondilio. Come on, Pondilio? That sounds like an ice cream bar at Dairy Queen. Come on. One genius called me Dr. Fazitas. Dr. What are you, John Travolta? Where do you find an F in Pondillo? Maybe on the planet where this person came from, the P's are pronounced like F's. I don't know. Then there was Bob Pandolfini, like the actor James Gandolfini, and that continued for almost 10 years until The Sopranos went off the air. Then there was a time they called me Bob Mondello, who's a guy that does movie reviews on NPR. I'm not Bob Mondello, I'm Robert Pondillo. And one time, another Einstein called me Ron Pontuni. like I was named after a flotation device that supports a houseboat or something. I have never been on a houseboat. I've heard Pondaffy and Pondoofus, Pondiddle and Poop Diller, and of course Poop Dealer, because that's what they thought of my lectures. Oh, real funny, you know, poop jokes now, right? Like what are you in the 4th grade or something? You got to graduate and grow up and get a clue. So I've been called Pondopey, Ponsmello, Pandickwad, right? Pondoodoo. I've heard Pondoody, Pat Wiener, Pon Pat my weenie, and there was a student that addressed me as Munchdilla once. And then there was a girl that called me Pondilicious, which yeah, I know. And then another addressed me as Pondillweed. That's Pondil. How about Ponzilla? I kind of like that one because it made me out to be like a scary monster, and I like that. And I think freshmen should be scared all the time, which is why I wear a tie when I come to class. I was called Pondippy and Pundaddy and Punpildilla or something like that. All with sort of sophomoric ideas. The saving best, I was saving it for the last, I was known as Bob Pondildo, which at least is funny as well as inappropriate. But I think the one that wins the award is equally inappropriate. It's Dr. Pondouchebag, which I thought was good. So thanks so much for that one. I've heard them all in 15 years, and I've written them down and pondered them in my heart, and I think they're wildly creative and funny and ingenious and a little snarky. And I love snarky, and I've loved them all, and I've learned a lot from all my students, and I hope some of what I had to say brushed off on you too. It's been wonderful and fun, exhilarating. 15 years, I won't forget these wonderful times and goofy names that have changed my life. So thank you a million for everything. And the only unsolicited advice I can give you is remember to be kind to people, because a truly dedicated and educated person always does that. One of my favorite writers, George Saunders, said one thing. In your favor, becoming kinder happens naturally with age. So you got a lot to look forward to. You guys like me will go out there and get your butts kicked in life and what have you. And then you'll learn eventually that we're all not separate. And we really don't want to be. We're part of the interconnected web of everything. And the great Syracuse poet Hayden Carruth once said in a poem written near the end of his life that he was mostly loved now. So until we meet again, let me quote Garrison Keillor, who says, goodbye, do good work, and stay in touch. Pondeezy, out.
Fantastic.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I enjoy dressing up in gowns and Martin Luther hats. That's what I do. I do it around the house, actually. I don't. I don't.
Okay.
You're looking at me like, really? You actually do that? No, I don't.
We have had a blast having you on Murfreesboro After Dark. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you, too. I appreciate it.
We appreciate you so much, Dr. Pondeezy. And I hope you enjoy your retirement. And
I'm sure I will.
Thank
Stay
you
in
so
touch,
much
everybody.
for all that you do for the students. We'll be right back after a few words from our sponsors. This is Murfreesboro After Dark.
All right.
Welcome back to Murfreesboro After Dark. I am proud to introduce Island Wren.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a feeling deep down in your bones that you're not home. But I'm getting tired of telling you you're not alone. I stick my neck out for my friends, honey, you're no different. I wish you'd see the light we shine in each other's nights. But I would spare the time means that you're not home.
Wow, that was beautiful, y'all. Thank you so much for coming. This has been Murfreesboro After Dark. We'll be right back after a few messages. I don't know where my co-host went, so...
Brooke, what happened?
I had a mad emergency. I had to make sure people staying mad.
What is this?
Our mad hotline.
Murfreesboro After Dark, this is Murphy. How may I help you?
What? Where? We'll be right there. Brooke, there's a disease out there, and the only cure is Murfreesboro After Dark. We have to go.